Good morning. The harps are playing. Good. Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday morning. So, we have a progression today I'm looking forward to offering. I'd like to spend just a few minutes lying down on the floor to begin. Okay? So, take a moment to lie on your back. You could, just pause a moment and feel that support of the floor. Yeah, good. Lying on your back. And when you're ready, would you please bend your knees and bring the soles of the feet to stand on the floor? And we're going to take one hand so that your hand is on your abdomen, kind of in the area a little more just below the navel. And then take your other hand and place it somewhere on your chest or ribs. And it might be a little bit off to the side because you can let your elbows rest on the ground. So let's just take a moment welcoming ourselves as we are, our body, and the flow of breath in a kind of open, curious attitude for a moment, letting the breath show itself to you. Good. And so we can transition now by bringing the arms down on the floor alongside your body. And when you're ready, you can let the breath lift your arms away from the ground. They're going to arc through the air onto the floor, we say overhead. So, where the elbows can rest and the hands. And then when you exhale, return down. And just like that, sort of like an artist sketching. We're not trying to be too precise, just tuning into simple movements, linking respiration and action. Nice. And when you finish this one, you could go again and spend a breath with your arms on the floor overhead. And then on an exhale, they come back down. Your timing, of course. And settle with your arms down for one breath or so. So this, I don't know if everyone saw the quote I had on the screen. What is essential is invisible to the eye. So we're exploring that in a number of ways in yoga, the breath, the life force, among other things. So it's easy to bypass the more subtle things. We take a moment to feel the breath. And now we'll continue building in a simple sequence here. So again, when you feel the inhale, let that draw your arms overhead. And then when you exhale, bring your left knee towards your chest and your hands to your left knee. Right. And then stay there for a breath. Inhaling comes, exhaling goes through the nose. And now as you inhale, can you raise your arms again and reach the left foot to the sky? Arms overhead, foot reaches. And then exhale, return your knee to chest, hands to knees. That's it. And then one more time, inhale, raise your arms overhead as you set the foot down. Yeah, I know. There's lots of possibilities. Exhale, the arms come down. Nice. Okay, so let's go again. When ready, the breath comes in, carries your arms overhead. When exhale comes, bring the right knee to the chest, cradle the right knee in. Good. Stay a breath. And then when you feel the inhale, extend the leg and the arms will go overhead again. When you exhale, knee to chest, cradle the leg. Nice. And then inhale, put the foot down, raise the arms overhead. And exhale, the arms come back down. Settle for a moment when that finishes and notice, maybe enjoy the feeling of your shoulder blades and your pelvis, your body resting on the floor. And let's explore one more thing as a preparation here. Now, when you exhale, you can bring your left knee towards your chest, cradle the leg inwards comfortably again. Yeah, so bring your left knee to your chest. Yeah. And now we keep the breath flowing and lengthen the right leg down along the floor. So one leg is towards the chest, cradled, and the other leg is long. And you can remain there for a couple of long nose breaths, Ujjayi breathing, ocean breath, if you know that. Okay. And then when you exhale, you can bring both feet down onto the floor, or first one, then the other. Good. Pause a moment with both feet down. Nice. And then again, when ready, you can go to the other side, cradle the right knee into the chest. Yeah, you can lift your arms first if you want. When ready, elongate the other leg along the floor. That leg could be passive, or you could gently flex the foot. You can see what feels pleasing to you. Sorry. Um, Pause a moment and feel the back of your head on the floor, the back of the heart area, and the back of your pelvis. These three important centers of the body. Good. And then bring both knees to your chest. Place right hand over right knee, left hand over left knee. And you can start with your elbows bent. And when you inhale now, float both feet to the sky, both arms overhead on the floor. Inhaling, gradually extending. Nice. Exhaling, gradually bending. Back, knees to chest. Okay, so repeat that. Inhaling, the limbs extend from the motion of the breath. Exhaling, bending. Feet could be passive or they could flex gently or point. Each has its own special flavor. Once or twice more from your breathing. Nice. Good. When you finish the one you're on, you could let that be. Set your feet down. And one more time now, one hand on the low belly, one hand somewhere on the ribs or chest. We can let go of any particular intention for the breath other than to just feel it come and go for a cycle or two. So, friends, when you're ready, you can release your hands away, rolling to one side. And we'll sit for a moment, do a little bit of chanting about the heart, the energetic heart. So, the traditional listen and repeat. Together. Please listen. Hridayaya Namaha. Hridayaya Namaha. Hridayaya Namaha. Hridayaya Namaha. And now we add Om just before that and do it 2 more times. Om Hridayaya Namaha. Om Hridayaya Namaha. Before we come to all fours, I would like to just propose that we awaken our upper breathing space a little bit through a little bit of tapping. So if it helps for you to look at me, to taking the ends of your fingers, they're lengthened but relaxed. You can do it at the same time. You can go alternate, da, 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 da. So not the pads of not padding, but tapping. It's like this, because the bones will vibrate. Try this if you want. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, like right below your collarbones or a little bit down the sternum and then on your shoulders. And then if you can do this comfortably, tap your upper back. Right? And then up to the front again a little bit. Good. Pause a moment. Maybe you close your eyes and feel that. Can you allow your inhalation to be attracted to the sensation where you've been tapping? Just a couple breaths like that. How is that? Sehr gut. Let's come to all fours, Lieblings, and we'll build on this a bit. Do you feel maybe a little bit of relaxation from the beginning section on the floor? It can be nice to establish that, and then we go into a little more energizing. So we're on all fours, okay? And as you inhale, you're going to lift your sternum so the front of the body lengthens. And as you exhale, bow the head and shift your pelvis towards your heels. And we repeat this a few times. Inhaling, the chest is lifting, the head tilts up at the end of inhale. Exhale, bowing the head, shifting your hips back to your heels. Please continue like this a couple more times, letting the breath initiate the to and fro of this. Nice. Okay, when you finish this one, you can pause a moment. And now we'll basically do the same thing, but we'll add the lengthening and lifting of the leg. Okay, so when you inhale next, come up to all fours and then slide one foot back and let the leg lift some away from the ground. And when you exhale, bend the knee back in and bow back, hips towards the heels. And you'll alternate legs. So inhaling, spine extends, leg lengthens and lifts. That's it. Exhale, belly gently draws in, knee comes back down, kind of going into fetal. And proceed like this a couple more times, resting if the breath tells you that it needs a moment. Nice. Okay. And then when you complete that, rest in either the kneeling forward bend, or if all fours is better, do that. Okay, friends. So now if you're dealing with some challenges that uh, in your shoulders or neck or joints of your arms and you don't want to do downward dog, that's fine. Just repeat a couple times what we just did. But if you're feeling okay now from the kneeling forward bend, child's pose, again, you'll let the inhale, when it's ready, come in and lift the chest, toes ready and come under. Exhale, push the ground away and the pelvis lifts. Gaze back towards your feet, between your feet. And then reverse, inhaling, the knees bend, they bear the weight of the pelvis, the chest is free to lift. Exhale back to where you started. So would you go through that again in your own timing, or I'll talk you through. You may stay a breath in downward dog or not. See what signals you're getting from body and breath. Nice. Okay. Each in their own breath timing. When you return to child's posture, just rest there a moment. Nice. Now I'm going to just give a moment of kind of freedom for you to, so we're going to stand up, so you could go through downward dog and come through that posture to stand, or if you just want to sit for a moment and stand up like a regular person. So yogi's choice of how you gradually find a transition towards standing. Enjoy it. Beautiful. Yeah. So we're standing, and I thought we'd explore Tardasana and the sometimes called the palm tree posture. And sometimes we do the movement of the feet, and sometimes we don't. I would like to feature that today. So if balance and steadiness can be a challenge, or you have your ankles are healing from something, you could go over to a wall, elbows bent, and you could place your hands on the wall, or like a door frame or the back of a chair, something like that. Okay, if you're at the wall, you're going to inhale and lift your heels and exhale lower, right? If you're standing without a support, you can inhale and raise the arms gradually from the sides as you shift the weight into the balls of the feet. The heels lift to some degree. Exhale, the arms are descending as the heels are descending. So it might be a partial lift of the heels or a full lift. And explore that now, friends. Inhaling, the arms are carried up if you're free. Heels lift. Exhale, they lower. Here's the fun part, right? Is to try to coordinate the hands and the heels to land more or less at the same time. Yeah, if you fall, don't worry about it. It's fine. If you're at the wall, you could inhale and slide your hands up a little bit and down, or just leave them on the wall. Nice. So when you finish the one you're on, could you do one more? An option to stay with the arms up and the heels lifted for a breath. Mm-hmm. Nice. And then when you come down, be happy. Good. All right. This makes us appreciate all the ballet dancers and the dancers, right? Let's do a little bit of Virabhadrasana. So if you're using a mat, you could start towards the back of it. Our feet are basically simple, symmetrical as a reference. You're going to turn out your right foot a few degrees, 30, 45 degrees. Send your left foot forward. So you're in a front to back kind of modest lunge. It's not extreme. And you want to have your pelvis facing forward. So if you know Iyengar references, warrior one, not two. So put your hands on your hips. And if you had headlights, shine them forward in the same direction your toes. So the back hip needs to roll forward a little bit, St. Paul. That's it. Okay, now we're going to take the hands on the chest. Overlap your hands on your chest. That area that we are tapping inside. And as your breath comes in to the chest, bend the front knee and let the arms expand outward or upward. Exhale, draw in the belly, come back to the heart. Now, those of you who have been doing this a while, let your breath lengthen by using ujjayi, gradual, long inhale, comfortable. Pause a moment. Exhale, low abdomen where your hand was is drawing in, hands return, and you go like this again into the posture as you breathe in, coming back out to exhale. Beautiful. And then you'll go one more time and stay a breath in the posture, keeping the breath in the foreground of your awareness. and an exhale will lead you back. Okay, and when you are ready, you can let the arms come down, step back, pause a moment, and let's try the other side. Okay, so turning out your left a bit, right steps forward. If there's balance, you move the front foot out to the little toe side a bit. Hands can come to the hridayam, the heart. So when you're ready, again, we're curious about the beginning of inhale, and it starts to bend the knee and everything expands, your whole body. Exhale, low abdomen comes in, knee unbends, and the hands come back to the hridayam, the heart center. Please repeat that a couple times so that the movement of the body and the movement of the breath become more and more one thing. And then the last time now you'll go and stay a breath. So we're building a little bit of endurance here. If it's okay, tune into your breath. Good. Eventually an exhale brings you back, hands to heart. And you can release the gesture, step back, and pause. Wonderful. So if you're using a mat now, could you wander to the front of your mat? We'll explore a little bit of forward bend and lunging portion of sun salutation. Okay, if lunging is not agreeable for you, you can just repeat the forward bend part. So you could start with your hands now either down along your sides, or if you want to bring your palms together at the sternum, the hridayam, the heels of your hands are somewhere near the base of your sternum. Let your thumbs actually touch your bones, right? Now, lengthen the back of your neck so the back of your skull floats up a little bit, and you're looking slightly down. You can see your fingers in your peripheral vision. Okay, now when you're ready, sweep your arms down, wide, and up, inhaling. Keep your arms lifted as you exhale, bend forward. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Good. Now stay in the forward bend. As you inhale, lift your sternum a little bit. And then exhale, place your hands next to your feet, on either side of your feet. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, send your right foot back into lunging. Lower your knee to the floor. Knee rests on the floor. Good. And we stay for a breath or two. Inhaling, the area where you're tapping receives, expands. Exhale, low belly gradually moves in, a kind of supple action. And then on your next exhale, push off and step into forward bend. Good. Stay in the forward bend. Inhale, lift your sternum a little bit so you extend the spine. Exhale, bowing. Then inhale, extend your arms and spine and rise back to vertical. Exhale, the arms go wide, down, and back to your sternum, back to the hridayam. Pause for a moment. So we'll go like that, and when we get there, we'll lunge the other leg. So when you feel the inhale, Ujjayi breathing, ocean breathing, inhale, the arms go wide and up. Keep the arms lifted. Exhale, bend forward. Long spine until the end. Release your arms in your head. Bow your head completely. Look back between your legs. Now inhale, lifting the sternum gently, not too fast. That's it. Exhale, bow the heart and the head. Hands on either side of your feet. Inhale, send the left foot back. And we'll do like we did on the first side, a knee down lunge. So we get a special stretch in the quadricep. If it's too much stretch, then shift your pelvis back a little bit. If you want to slightly deepen the stretch, lean the pelvis and the tail forward. Stay for a breath or two. And when exhale comes, push off the back foot, come into forward bend. Stay in the forward bend. Inhale, extend the front of your body and your back. Lift a little bit. Exhaling, bowing. And then inhale, lift and lengthen the arms, rise, back up. Arms lift. Exhale, arms flow wide, down and back to the heart. Super. All right, friends. So just touching on that, let's come back to all fours and we'll explore a little more chest opening, back strengthening, good stuff. So if you come to a child's posture, all fours and then to child's posture. So in child's posture, you could start with your arms on the floor, sort of surrounding your head or extended, or your hands could be by your feet to see where's your neck comfortable, the leg joints. So when you're ready, could you let in inhale, lift your arms and stand on your knees. Raise your arms. Inhale, stand on your knees, raise your arms. Exhale, bend forward, back to where you were. Good. Now, slide your hands on the floor overhead. Inhaling, come to all fours like we did before. Lift the chest, drawing the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay there for an incoming breath. Stay for an outgoing breath. Now we're going to inhale and come into plank posture or hands and knees. Plank or hands and knees. And now exhale back to downward dog. Now we'll repeat that again. Inhaling, coming into plank or all fours. Reach the heels strongly back. Exhale, downward dog. Nice. And now everyone, when you inhale, lower your knees to the floor. Lift the sternum. Look forward a bit. Exhale back to child's posture. And we'll settle there for a breath or two. Okay. And we'll repeat that and add a little island of cobra. Okay, so take your time now. When you're ready, nose breathing, let the inhale lift your arms and stand on your knees. Kneel standing, upward reaching. Good. Exhale, bending forward again, back to where you started. Hands overhead on the floor, inhaling, come to all fours, lift the sternum, toes drawing under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Stay there now. Steady body, smooth breath. And now we'll inhale into plank one time or all fours. Exhale, draw in your low belly to return to downward dog. And then we repeat that. Inhale, plank or all fours. Now exhale, lower your knees and come all the way down to the floor, lowered onto the front of your body. Good. Let your forehead rest on the floor and place your hands, palms on the floor, under your shoulders or slightly farther down towards your waistline. Draw your shoulder blades towards your spine. In your sensory memory, recall we were tapping your upper back and shoulders and upper ribs in front. And let the breath come in there. And without pushing, inhale, lift your chest, neck, and head. Cobra. Exhale, drawing in the abdomen as you relax the chest down and touch the forward again to the floor. Repeat that now a couple times. Inhaling carries the heart and the lungs up. Exhale, coming down. Just once or twice more like that. Okay, and when you come down this time, you could pause an extra breath. And now we're going to do the same thing in the upper body, but lengthen and lift one leg at a time. So we'll be doing half locust posture. So when you inhale, you lift the chest, and just after the leg lengthens and lifts some, keep the pelvis level. Exhale, lower the foot and the forehead. Try not to buck up, like, do it smoothly, yeah? Inhale, shoulder blades towards the spine, roll your shoulders back, smoothly come up, smoothly come down. It may take a while, but that's our North Star, right? And you're going to switch legs if you haven't been. Inhale, the chest slightly precedes the lifting of the leg. Exhale, foot comes down, forehead comes down. And alternate a couple more times, resting if and when needed. Beautiful. Building strength. When you finish this or the next one, let's slide the hands so they overlap and you can rest your forehead on the back of your top hand. So hand, forehead. Relax down from the base of your skull, upper back, middle, lower, the buttocks, those muscles releasing, the legs becoming relaxed like an alligator tail. And just rest for a couple moments. Wonderful. Plenty of time. When you're ready, you can bring your palms back to planted on the floor under your shoulders. And you're going to let an inhale push you away from the ground to all fours. And let's exhale towards child's posture. You might need to walk your knees forward or hands back. Settle back for a breath or two. Listen to the sensory messages you feel in your lower back, or the conversation of sensation along your spine. Mm-hmm. Okay, I just want to offer a couple options. You could lie down on your back and rest now. I'd like to do just one more repetition of downward dog if it feels right to you. So either lie down or on your next inhale, come up to all fours, float the chest forward and up, and exhale, drawing in the belly, gradually downward facing dog. Now stay here 1 or 2 breaths per your capacity. Breath is becoming smoother, body is stable and supple. Good. On an inhale, the knees will return to the floor. And exhale to child's posture. Wonderful. After you've settled a moment, let that be, and please come and rest on your back. And we'll take a couple moments now to assimilate and integrate the effects of these movements, this string of movements we've been doing. So once you settle down on the ground, you can notice again what is the communication of the intelligence of all dimensions of yourself, sensation, any areas that feel particularly good. Notice that. Should there be any areas that feel strained, we also notice that, taking in the feedback. Very nice, very nice. So, would you bring your hands together and rub your hands together to create a little bit of warmth? And then you can, when you feel the warmth, you can cover your eyes closed, placing the palms over the eyes, heels of the hands, and the cheekbones. Encourage your fingers to relax even more. The eyes soften, elbows and shoulders easy for a breath or two. Okay, and then you could leave your eyes closed, and when you're ready, drape your arms down onto the floor at a low angle with your palms oriented towards the sky. Feel the back of the hands resting on the earth, the floor, the earth, palms opening to the sky. Bringing your thumbs to the base crease of your index fingers, right? So the base crease of your index fingers, thumb sliding nyasa. So as you inhale, you're going to slowly slide your thumbs up the length of your index fingers until the ends of your fingers touch for a moment. Then exhale, reverse, gradually sliding the thumbs back down. Then to the next finger. So inhaling is thumb sliding gradually up the length of the finger to the ends of the fingers meet. Exhale, reversing that, thumbs sliding down, and continue to the third and fourth fingers like that. After you finish the little finger, go back, thumbs to the index fingers, and do 4 more breaths like that. Take your time. When that completes, let the fingers just rest and spread your awareness now gradually through your whole body. And for a moment, you may or may not sense this, but opening to feeling in some way perhaps your heartbeat or your pulse. You may not feel it, and that's completely fine, but just a moment of tuning into the physical heart. Pulsing rivers of blood in our body. Friends, when you're ready, if your legs are long, return your feet to stand on the floor in a gradual way. And we're going to return to the sequence we did in the beginning and add one thing and spend a little time there. So you could slide your arms so they start a little closer to your body and rotate the palms down. When you feel the inhale again, the arms are carried through the air overhead. And we're going to leave the arms there now. As you exhale, bring one knee towards your chest, but leave your arms overhead. Good. As you inhale, extend that foot to the sky. Nice. As you exhale, bend the knee and bring your ankle above your opposite knee. So the knee opens. It's like sometimes called the square or the four pose. That's it. So the outer ankle rests on the thigh and remain there for a breath or two. And when an inhale comes, extend your leg again. And now exhale, bring your hands to your knee and cradle your knee in again. Cradle that leg that's been moving in. Enjoy a breath or two there. And after the exhale finishes, you can just step your foot down and bring your hands by your pelvis. We pause a breath. Good. So again, when the inhale comes in, the chest is expanding, it supports the reach of the arms overhead. And bring your arms to a place where they can not be uncomfortable, be comfortable. And when you exhale, bring the knee towards the chest. When you inhale, extend the leg, maybe you flex the foot. Exhale, bend the knee and turn the leg out, bringing the outer ankle to rest, ankle to knee posture, whatever we call this. The foot could be relaxed or flexed. If there's instability in the knee, you could flex the foot some. Now, close your eyes and feel this flowing stream of breath like pouring warm oil, smooth, continuous. Eventually, inhale will extend that leg again. When you exhale, bring the knee to the chest and cradle. Let the hands come to connect to the knee. Relax deep in that hip joint. Remain there for a breath or two. And after exhale completes, you can set your foot down and your hands and rest with one hand on your low abdomen and one on your ribs or chest, like we did a couple times. And with a benevolent, welcoming attitude, just feel the sensory impressions from that supine sequence. Okay, and then drape your arms out to the side into a T position. The starting place could be one of two: knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor. Or if you want to start with your both knees towards your chest and your feet off the ground, that will be a little, they each have their own qualities. You can try one or the other. So when you exhale, tilt or move your knees and pelvis to one side. There's a rolling of the pelvis. That's it. Go a distance that is comfortable. And then let's come back on the inhalation. Okay? And we'll alternate sides. Exhaling one side. The head can turn in opposition if that feels delightful. Inhale into your chest to come back. And at the end, when you return, the abdomen can relax. And you continue now. Exhaling into the twist. Pause a little. Inhaling carries you back. See if you could close your eyes so we cut out the visuals so we can more acutely be aware of the beginning and ending of inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Now, next two, or the last two, go in, stay a breath. Stay a breath in the twist. Yes, eventually to the second side, again, staying the same amount of breaths, one or two that you did on the first. Mm-hmm. Nice. Take your time. When you return to center, you can cradle both legs in towards your chest. One option would be one hand on each knee, or you could interlace your fingers and wrap your arms around and just rest in the cradle posture for a couple of breaths. Very nice. Feel free to linger there a moment. When you're ready, you could release your legs, roll to the side that you usually don't roll to, and we'll come to a comfortable seated posture. So in sitting, we're going to return to this finger or thumb sliding nyasa. Okay, so sitting comfortably, let the back of your hands rest on your legs. And as we did before, you're going to bring the base, your thumbs to the base crease of your index fingers. When ready, you could close your eyes and let the inhale initiate the thumbs sliding gradually up the fingers to the ends meeting, exhaling, coming down, next finger, like you did before. So go like this for a time. Inhaling expands into the area that you were tapping first. Exhale, the belly flows in, and that area where you're tapping can relax at the end of exhale. Just exploring the feeling of breathing and moving your thumbs. In these last 2 or 3 breaths, if it's comfortable, pause a little bit after the inhale. Pause a length of time after inhale feels good. When you finish the one you're on, you can let the ends of your thumbs connect to the end of whatever finger you'd like, any of the 4 fingers, connecting the ends of your thumbs to one of the 4 fingers, feeling where the thumbs and fingers connect, feeling both sides at the same time. Some sense of the length of your spine from your skull to your tail. And then settling awareness now into the heart center where you feel it, as if there's a space there, a space in the center of the heart. Like you've traveled a distance to go to a special place and you enter a very quiet sanctum. You may be alone or there may be beautiful objects or sounds. You just rest there for a couple moments. Maybe it's so quiet you almost begin to hear your own breathing and your own heartbeat. Stay a little while here and welcome whatever arises. Now we honor the heart with a chant that means I respect or honor the heart. Listen or listen and repeat quietly. Om Namah Om Namah 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 Namah. If you'd like, you could bring your hands one more time to the Hridayam, the energetic, personal, the indescribable. Honor that, the deepest part of you that's invisible to the eye. Thank you. Namaste. Oh, little baby. Oh, my word. Look at Val has her granddaughter.
Thank you, Kev.
You're welcome. Who are we meeting?
Yeah, we were able to both do yoga today.
Super. Great to see you both. Take care, everybody. If you want to linger a bit, say something, or be on your way, all the best.